We are on the home stretch. So step 8, another challenging one. So there's a good lesson that you'll learn from this. So where the question is, ask the client, tell the client, where has this person, the person you're doing the process on, where have they displayed the opposite trait? So from your prep questions at the start, when you write down what's the opposite of the trait, in this case, it was anger. I think I've deleted all the answers, but say it was anger. Oh, there we go. I was on the wrong sheet. So the opposite trait that you put here, or at the top of your document. So whatever this trait was here, what was the opposite trait? You want to get the client to find where has the person they're doing the process on, where have they displayed this opposite trait? So the lesson that is really powerful to understand for yourself as well is when you label someone, you don't see them, you see the label. You probably heard that term from Wayne Dyer. You don't see things the way they are, you see things the way you are. And when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So when you see someone and you label someone as angry, as an example, you then find things to reaffirm that they are an angry person. And you simultaneously block out where they do the opposite trait, because you're pitting one trait and you're pedestaling the other one. So you're blocking out where they do the opposite trait. So you want them to rebalance them. There's no such thing as a one-sided trait, one-sided event, one-sided individual. So you want them to find where they've done the opposite trait. So I think I just scrolled out of that. There we go. So where else has this person displayed the opposite trait? Who else has this person displayed the opposite trait to? Look within their perspective of how they would display the trait. Look within their values. And you want to use the same format that we did for step 1. When, where, who, 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 where else, where else, where else. Look through childhood, upbringing, everything you know about this person. And again, this part here, look from their perspective. So it's like, for example, say, oh, my dad was never loving. Okay, well, what do you know about your dad? Was he a hardworking man? Yeah, he was working all the time. So if he's out there working to provide for the family, isn't that his way of showing love for the family and being loving for the family? Oh, yeah, you're right. So get them to look within their perspective, as in the person's that you're doing the process on, their perspective. Where have they done that opposite trait? Again, when, where, who, when, where, who, when, where, who. Again, look within their values. So if they understand values by this point, which they probably will, what do you think that person's values are? Where do you think they've done this trait within those values? Look. Clarifying question, once you've done that, is can you see that this person displays both traits, so the quote bad trait and the good trait, even though all traits are balanced? So can you see that this person displays both traits, the quote bad trait and the opposite trait, to the same degree in different forms? If they say no, go back and find more moments. Keep looking until they can say, okay, I can say yes, I see that this person does both traits to the same degree in different forms. Again, this can be another challenging one. This step and the previous step are quite intellectually challenging to do it, just because of how the ego works and the RAS works. So well done. That is step 8. We are on the home stretch. You're doing so well, and I can't wait to see you bring this to the world and change so many people's lives. See you soon.